Mic check 1, 2. Can anyone hear me? Is there an echo? Mic check 1, 2. Mic check. Is there an echo? Okay, great. Give me a minute while I post the link. Yeah, that thing's been doing that for days. I gotta switch that out.
Drivers, to your cars.
Drivers, start your engines!
Drivers.
All right, let's see if this works. Let's try this again. Hopefully everything is in working order as we're getting set for the unofficial start of our Cup Series in the ESL. It's been gone for a long time. Your standings is going to look a little different. We don't have the nice things that iRacing has, but I will do my best. You see the little square on the top left? That is the car numbers. It doesn't show the driver names, but I will do my best to let you know where you at in the field. We got 20 cars in Duel 1 and 20 cars in Duel 2. EVZ on the pole, Lotus Lee on the outside. Then you have Merle McGuire in the 29 in the second row with Matt Jones. I'm still trying to remember all these car numbers and who's associated to that car. As the green flag waves and we are underway here at Daytona. 16 laps in each duel. And a duel win is extremely important because you get 2 points attribute points that goes towards your team that owners can use after race 8. Weezy in the outside. He's trying to put a block on Lotus Lee in the outside there. You got Matt Jones in the inside in that number 4 Kodak machine. Then you have the Granger machine with Chester Chess. And right behind him is the 01 of Rhett Sawyer. It's good to be back calling these races. A few things to look out for during a race. You can have a mechanical failure. There's all types: engine, suspension. You can spring a leak. I mean, there's so many things that can happen to your car. And if your team didn't set up your car correctly, something can happen to you during a race. As you see the number 16, he moves up to second as Rhett Sawyer is giving him a good push. Right behind him is the 17 of Robert Cron, then the 31 of Joe Beatty. Rhett Sawyer jumps to the inside. Weezy trying to put a block on the 01. Don't want to go 3 wide here. There's Doug Britton, currently in 7th, part of Northern Lights Racing. Behind him is the number 30 of Thomas Noble. He is part of Nova Surge racing team. It's Robert Cron. He is your leader. Yes, this is a duel number 1. After this is duel number 2. 16 laps in each duel. We got 13 laps to go. As we go back to the back of the field here. And as Brogan, the 27 from DLG, way off the pace, as well as Tyler Commander. There's Ani Escola from Lost City Racing, currently in 16th. There's Joe Beatty in the lead, Thomas Noble in 2nd, Emiliano Pereira in 3rd. Is going to take duel number 1 and give their team a little momentum heading into the season. Yes, this is one of the better gens in NASCAR. These cars are so great. I used to love watching them race. There you see the number 5 of Stephen Waters. He's part of Racing Legends, currently in 3rd. He's looking to have some speed here in this duel. See, Rhett Sawyer has dropped down out of the top 10. There you have the number 2 of Trunnion. He's leading. He was leading that inside line. Joe Beatty still in the lead as we have 11 laps to go. Now it's Stephen Waters in 2nd with Trunnion in 3rd. And then you have 2 cars that are really off the pace, the 27, 5 seconds back, and the number 20, 3 seconds back. Both of those cars are from DLG. Once you lose the draft, it's over. Unless you get a caution, you are not catching back up. There's James Belt from Brew Crew. He's in that inside line. Right behind him is Lotus Lee in at 25, and then Erezy made his way back up after being on a pole. He fell back quite a few positions, but in this race, it's easy to fall back, and it's easy to climb forward. It'll be a lot different when we have 40 cars on the grid instead of 20. So it's James Belt 1, Lotus Lee 2, Erezy 3, then Robert Kronz there in 4th, and then the outside leading that top line. Is Stephen Waters. Erezy goes to the inside. He's getting a push from Robert Kron. James Belt goes down to try to put a block on the 12. As we have reached the halfway point of a Duel 1. Robert Kron trying to take the lead away from the 24. Behind him is Matt Jones. And then it's the 16. And look at Ani Escola. He was at the tail end of the field, and here he is. Currently registering in 9th, but he's actually in 5th. James Belt leading that outside line as we got 7 laps to go. Who's going to secure the win? Look at the 99 trying to make it 3 wide. That could be a disaster if he stays there. And he is still there making it 3 wide. That's Trent Rivera. In the inside is Tiger Rogalski. On the outside is the 11. And they continue to stay 3 wide. As they get back in line, Robert Kron is your leader with 6 laps to go. And there's Ani Escola in 2nd. He was literally like 17 or 18 a few laps ago, and here he is battling for the lead. And Merle McGuire is in the picture, and here comes back Rhett Sawyer in 4th and 5th, excuse me. Now Ani Escola goes to the inside of 43, is going to follow him, and Ani Escola takes the lead for the first time today. Five laps to go here at Daytona. The 23 of Ani leads the way. Tyler Rogalski in 2nd. Rhett Sawyer in 3rd. Trunyan in 4th. It's been back and forth. Some drivers have been putting on some great blocks here in this race. There's Tyler. He dives to the inside. So far, that inside lane seems to have the more speed here, the most speed. Now it's Tyler with the lead for the first time today. Rhett Sawyer right behind him. Now it's Trunyan. As the 43 quickly comes down to the inside line, puts the block on the 2. got 4 manufacturers in this series. We got Pontiac, Dodge, Ford, and Chevy. Right now, you got 2 Dodges, 1 and 2. Now, Trunnion looking for the lead for the first time today. Very clean race, but that is not always the case. 3 laps to go. Can Trunnion hold on to this lead? And there comes chest to chest in the 16. And there's Trent Rivera earlier. He was falling back, and here he is in third. You got Tyler, Rhett, Sawyer, Ani. Those 3 cars on the outside. Can the 2 keep these cars behind him? 2 laps to go here at Daytona in Duel 1. When will the 16 make the move? And here comes Trent Rivera with Thomas Noble. They dive to the inside as we're heading around turn 3 here. 3 and 4. Trent Rivera now in second. Trunnion took the lead and has not looked back. Trent Rivera looks to the outside. White flag waves last lap here at Daytona. Who will it be? Will it be the number 2? Will it be the 30? Will it be the 5? Stephen Waters moves up to third, or the 11. All these cars have a chance to win this race. Trunnion has been very smart and calculated on his moves. Stephen Waters goes to the inside, but he has no one pushing him. Now the 31 is going to push him as we go around these last few turns. Well, do they have enough momentum to catch the 2 here? Trunnion holding on. The 5 trying to look inside. Trunnion wins Duel 1. In second is the 5. Heck of a run by Trunnion and Lost City Racing. You know, these drivers, when they build their driver, there's so many attributes to choose from. Some drivers are going to race much better at certain types of tracks. Some drivers might be a little more balanced. And that's not counting the team owners that have to build these cars and the pit crew. It's going to be a very interesting season for sure. But a heck of a run by the 2. And Lost City Racing gets 2 points to go into the bank. Teams will have a bank, a points bank for attributes. Anytime a car is in the top 10 during the season, the first 8 races, teams will get 1 point for each car that's in the top 10. After the 8 race, any points in that bank they'll be able to use throughout the whole team any way they choose. So anytime you're in the top 10, you're helping your team out. Let's take a look here at the standings. You got Trunnion done, your winner, Stephen Waters in second, Joe Beatty third, Matt Jones fourth, Thomas Noble in fifth, Lotus Lee in sixth, Ty Bird in seventh, Merle McGuire eighth, E Weezy ninth after starting in the pole, James Belt 10th, Trent Rivera 11th, Doug Britton 12th, Chester Chess 13th. He was up front most of that race. Just got shuffled back there towards the end. In 14th, Emiliano. 15th, Robert Cron. 16th, Tyler Rogalski. 17th, Rhett Sawyer. 18th, Ania Scola. 19th, Tyler Commander. And routing your field is Brogan. Both those cars lost the draft and were very off the pace. So give me a few minutes while I set up duel number 2.
Drivers, to your cars.
Drivers, start your engines! Okay.
Drivers, to
We are back for duel number 2. And Adian from Northern Lights Racing is on the pole. Mitchell O'Brien on the outside. Javier Vasquez in the second row. William Thompson as well in the second row. Then you have Evan Ethel in the third row with Freddie Trammell in that iconic 48. In the fourth row is Hunter Eustis and Ace Blade. In the fifth row is David Leathers and Eric Belmont. "16 laps." Lost City Racing showed a lot of speed in that first duel. They won that one. Got to 2 points to put in their points bank for the team. As the pace car comes off the track. And here we go for race 2. As the green flag drops and we are underway. As it takes a few laps for these cars to gain all that momentum and speed. And we'll see if anyone falls off. If they lose the draft like we did in the first race. We had Tyler Commander and Rogan, both cars from a DOG. They lost the draft and then they were very off the pace as the 7 quickly goes to the inside of Mitchell O'Brien as he moves up to second. Right behind him is Freddie Trammell from the Brew Crew. And here goes the 48 of Freddie Trammell. He's going to go quickly to the inside. The 7 is all alone, but here comes Mitchell O'Brien. In fourth is O'Brien. In fifth, Leathers. in 6 in that tied car is Ace Howard from 307 Motorsports, as well as the 0. He's also on 307 Motorsports. Behind him is the 9 of Eric Belmont. Then you have the 6 from Extreme Racing. That's Mason Stonewall. That's the 83. He got pretty high there. Got pretty close to that wall. There's the 190 of James Hogan. And the 15 of Chris Del Roe. Behind him is Luigi Romano, also from Extreme Racing. Then there's Evan Ethel. There's Gunny McGuire in that 02, currently in 16th. Thompson has fallen all the way down to 17th. To Stefan Forge, he's way back in the pack as well. There's the number 1 of Odeon, Sebastian in 19th, and Justin Reside in 20th. And it's David Leathers in the lead. And in the inside is Ace Blade. And he's going to move to the lead, as on the outside there's only a few cars, like 4. So the inside line is going to have all that momentum. That's why Ace Blade goes back to the inside, tries to put that block, goes back to the top. And you have to do this to keep these cars behind you. That's what Trunyan did in that first duel, and he was successful at it. Ace Howard in that inside line. Freddie Trammell in 3rd. We're going to have 11 laps to go when they cross the line. Now Ace Howard in the lead. Ace Blade on the outside. Mason Stonewall right behind him. Gunny McGuire has moved up to 6. Mitchell O'Brien looked to the inside for a second, but didn't want to go there, staying on the outside. He is very undecided of where to go. There's Freddie Trammell in the lead. No one has lost a draft as of yet. In 2nd, Luigi in that 77. In 3rd, Gunny. He's looking to the inside. Can he try to take the lead? He needs some help, though. He's all by himself. And Evan Ethel's going to come down and try to give him a push. And there's Stefan Forge. Stefan Forge is literally like in 17th, like 3 laps ago. Freddie Trammell holding on to that lead. Now he has his teammate of Gunny McGuire. And we're 3 wide for 2nd place. This could get a little dangerous if they stay 3 wide like this for too long. Gunny has fallen a few spots back. When he jumped to the outside, there was no one there. Now it's Stefan Forge in second. Mitchell O'Brien back to third. Freddie Trammell still in the lead, doing a great job of managing both of the lines behind him. Now you have the 15 of Chris Del Rowe. He's in fourth. Behind him is Adian Texchera. And David Leathers in that 19 machine. There's Hunter in that 18. He's making it 3 wide. And we just lost the race, unfortunately. So we're going to have to redo the race, unfortunately, because this is kind of what happens with this game every once in a while.
Drivers, to your cars.
So we'll run it back.
Drivers, start your engines!
Drivers, to your cars.
Yeah, with this game, this is a very old game, so sometimes it can be very finicky. And every once in a while, you might get something like this. I haven't experienced it too often, but it does happen unexpectedly. This happens to everyone that has this game. Well, hopefully we can get through this one. We'll see. All of the same cars are up front. That's a good thing. Pretty much all the cars that were in the front before the game crashed are still pretty much in the front. So it's kind of, we left off where we picking up where we left off. But I've run long races and I haven't had a crash, maybe because we're doing multiple races. I'm not sure. Still learning the ins and outs of this game. And we are back underway in Duel 2. We're 3 wide for third place. Javier in second, Ace Blade on the outside. Then the 19 of David Leathers. So he's part of Lost City Racing. He's currently in third. Stefan Forge. Behind him, Gunny McGuire in fourth. Now David Leathers takes the lead. And we're still 3 wide for second. Don't want to stay 3 wide for too long. We haven't had a wreck yet, but it can happen. Got Mason Stonewall there, dead center, surrounded by a pack of cars. And behind him is Eric Belmont. That's the 40 and a 45, almost brushed the wall. Ace Howard currently in fourth as he dives to the inside. You have Gunny there in fourth, Stonewall in fifth, and behind him is Freddie Trammell. Ace Howard in second. That's a 6, like dove right down. Not sure what happened to him. Did he get loose or something? That's the 9 of Eric Belmont. He dives down. But he needs a little help to try to advance to the front. Can Lost City Racing sweep the duels? Right now they're in first and third. That'll be 4 points in their bank if they do. So right now it's Lost City Racing 1 and 2. And there's Justin Reeside in third. He's from Sloth Racing in that 88 UPS car. Justin Reeside moves up to second. Behind him is Ace Blade from Northern Lights. Ace Blade in second. Aiden in third. Hunter in fourth. And Freddie Trammell in fifth as Ace Blade jumps to the inside. Ace Blade on the inside. On the outside, David Leathers. David Leathers about to lose the lead. He had it for quite a long time. As 2 cars are off the pace, and that is only on the 1 of DOG. And the 15, Chris Del Roe. Your leader, Ace Blade. Behind him is Freddie Trammell in second. Then it's Stefan Forge in third. followed by the 77 of Luigi. And Freddie Trammell back in the lead, just like he was before we had that issue. As we are halfway through the race. Stefan Forge in second, the 77 Luigi in third, Javier in fourth. Then you got Ace Blade on the outside, he's in fifth. If you go to the description of this live stream, you will see the link for our Discord. Once you get in there, just sign up to become a driver. Javier dives to the inside as we got 7 laps to go. Freddie showing a ton of speed. It doesn't matter if he gets shuffled to the back or not, he still makes his way up to the front. That's the 7. Thinks about going to the inside, changes his mind, stays on the outside, leaves the 19 there. Now the 32 Ace Howard is going to follow the 19. Stefan Forge in that 45 in second. Well, he was in second temporarily, but now it's the 19 of David Leathers and Ace Howard. And here comes the 7 of Vasquez. And there goes David Leathers. He wants to take this lead back. He was leading this race for quite a few laps. And he takes the lead and is taking the 7 with him. Now what's he going to do? Because he's got to worry about the 7 and a 48. So he's going to put a block on the 7. As that 48 is on the outside. The 19 of David Leathers in the lead, in second. Javier Vasquez, third is Ace Blade. Actually, third is a 48 of Freddie Trammell, and they're going to make it 3 wide here. The 48 is way high. He has no one behind him. I'm not sure if he made contact with the wall. It did look like it. Hunter is in third as we got 4 laps to go. Now it's Ace Blade trying to make his way to the front. And he is your leader. As we round turns 3 and 4. Hunter Hustis in second. Mason Stonewall in third. You don't want to pull away too far ahead, because then those drivers behind you, they will slingshot by you as we got 3 laps to go. And there goes the 6 of Mason Stonewall in the inside. As he gets the push from the 170. There is no time to make mistakes here. You got to be extremely careful. Here comes the 6. The 6 thought about it. He stayed with Ace Blade. Now comes the 170. They left the 6 out there to dry. Now the 6 just trying to get back in line. Two laps to go here in Duel 2 at Daytona. Who will win this race? Will it be Ace Play? Will it be Adian? Will it be Stefan Forge there in third? Look at William Thompson. He's back in fourth. Don't count out that 48 of Freddie Tramos. He's trying to work his way back. You see him there, currently in fifth. We know how fast that 48 is. Two laps to go. With Ace Blade, your leader. And Freddie Tramos was leading that second line. It's going to be any of these 4 cars or maybe 5 cars. That 6 has a chance too, depending on how this plays out here. And Freddie Trammell making a move in the inside. Will the 6 follow? Will anyone get behind him? They should, because he has a ton of speed as he moves up to third. As they come out of turn 4. And the white flag waves. Last lap here at Daytona. Ace played with the lead. Stefan Forge in second. And here comes Freddie Trammell on the inside. He's getting a push by William Thompson. And behind Thompson, oh, and that was the race. I thought the last lap. I thought the last lap was this lap. So it is Ace Blade. He wins the race. And the 48 is second. I'm still getting used to these overlays of this game. It's a lot older than iRacing, so bear with me. But it's Ace Blade. He takes home Duel 2 and wins the 2 points for his team. But look out for that 48 in race 1 of the start of the season. He has shown he could just move through the pack however he feels like it. He definitely showed that a few times. Let's take a look here at the standings. Ace Blade is your winner from Northern Lights. Stefan Forge finished. So the stats are showing Stefan Forge in second, Freddie Trammell in third, William Thompson fourth, Gunny McGuire fifth, 80 in sixth, Mason Stonewall seventh, Mitchell O'Brien in eighth, Ace Howard in ninth, Luigi in 10th, Eric Belmont in 11th, Javier in 12th, Hunter Hustis in 13th, Justin Reside 14th. He made his way up to the front at one point, but got shuffled back. Evan Ethel in 15th. David Leathers, he led the race for a few laps. He looked very strong, but at Daytona, this can happen. You could be up front. Next thing you know, you're mid-pack, maybe towards the tail end of the field. James Hogan in a 190 finished 17th. He was out of the draft, 17 seconds back. Odeon was 18th. 19th was Chris Del Roe, and Sebastian rounds out the field, finishing in 12th. And DLG has not looked strong these 2 duels. Hopefully they can get it figured out. It's going to take time for a lot of teams to figure this out. This is something new for everyone. And it's a long season. We got 13 races. And then the playoffs is always fun. Instead of 1 race in each round is 2 races. So it's going to change a lot of things up. But Daytona will be the first race. I think it's 50 laps. Should be 1 pit stop, depending if we get any cautions. And during that race, like I mentioned before, a lot of things can happen to your car. So if you notice your car all of a sudden go onto pit road for no reason, it's usually for a reason. So you could have an engine damage, tire damage. You could be leaking oil. You could have fuel issues, like a fuel pump issue. You could have suspension issues. You can run out of fuel, which I've seen already. You can run out of fuel. If your pit crew's not great, there's a good chance you might run out of fuel towards the end of the race. So just keep that in mind, especially for owners during the season. Keep all these things in mind. This is totally a team effort here. Just because you have a good driver doesn't mean he's going to win. That car has to complement that driver, and you also have to have a pretty decent pit crew. So it depends on the team of what they want to focus on, and each driver has their own strength. Some drivers will be very good at these super speedways. Some might be good at the road course. Some might be good at short tracks. Some might be good at intermediate mile and a halves. So there's a lot of variables here compared to what we're used to in the past. In the past, it was only like 6 attributes. This time, it's just a whole different ball game. So you have to put all these things together to have a successful season, and that's what's going to make it extremely hard um, in this series for sure. So if you win this championship, you definitely earn it for sure. Um, and I think that's all the bases I was trying to cover. Um, so yeah, just keep an eye out. Like I said, the overlay is different for the standings. I'll do my best to let people know where kind of they're at. If you're not sure where you're at, just tell me and I'll try. I'll try to tell you where you're at. Um, and that's pretty much it. So it's gonna be a great season. Not sure when the Daytona race is gonna be. Um, if I can squeeze it in this week, I will. Um, but most races will have one stop unless there's cautions. On a road course, um, there'll be no cautions because it's not a lot of laps, and if we get a caution, it's just gonna really slow down the race. So road courses won't have a caution. And before I forget, if you win, you get into the playoffs. Um, that's gonna be the format like in the past. If you win, you get in. If you don't win, then you have to get in by points, and you can only get in by points depending on how many winners we had. So say we had 13 winners. Let's just say there's 13 races. We had 13 different winners. That leaves three spots that you can get in by the playoffs. I mean by points, excuse me. So the more different winners we have, the better chances, the less chances you have to get in by points. But if we have a driver that has multiple wins, then that helps you more to get in by points later on. So that's how all that works. And if you have any questions for me, just hit me up on the Discord. Again, this is all new for everyone, including myself. I'm still learning this game, and as you can see, the issues this game has. So, um, there's not some like when it crashes, there's no real remedies for it. So, to prevent it from doing this happens to everyone. So, yeah. So it was a great duel to start to get the season not going, but at least the preseason of it. Um, and like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.